and the molecules, the configuration of the molecule will be like this. So from here you can directly write into Fisher form. In this form it should be there. These two vertical groups should be downward. So when one group is like this, suppose one is upward and another is downward, then first you have to convert it into downward group, and after this both these two groups are downward, then you can write down the Fisher form directly. Fisher form directly. The Fisher form I can show directly here. So like this, it will look like this. Okay. So this is how we can convert the Newman structure to Sohor structure and to Fisher structure. This conversion, Newman to Fisher, always should go through Sohors. Then you will be confirmed that your answer is correct. Now, the next structure is flying ways. Now this flying ways structure, in the last class I have shown you how you can convert Fisher structure to flying wave structure or flying wave structure to Fisher structure. Suppose in the first one we will convert Fisher to flying waves. So Fisher, if we have a molecule like this, one carbon is there and it is having these groups, then we can convert it into flying wave structure. This is in the Fisher form. This is in the Fisher form, and you can convert it into flying wave structure. How? The procedure. First, you have to see these two vertical bonds. First, the top vertical bond, this will remain as it is, UOH. The second, the below vertical bond, that you can give either to the right hand side or to the left hand side. Okay, we will discuss each example. The first one is, suppose we have converted, given into the right hand side. That means these two bonds are on the plane. In the last class we have discussed. These two bonds are on the plane. Now, since we have rotated this bond to the right hand side, so this is a right hand side group and this is left hand side group. Okay. Now, from this molecule to this molecule, we have converted this lower vertical bond to the right hand side. Okay. Now, this right hand side group should be written above the plane, and the left hand side group will be below the plane. So, I repeat again. The lower vertical bond, if you convert into the right hand side, then the right hand side group should be written above the plane. That is the idea, or that is the way how you have to do the or solve the problem. Okay, so I discussed the second example. That means suppose if we have the same molecule, now we are going to convert this molecule in this way. Suppose if I have written this CH3 on the left hand side. Okay, now this, you can see this left hand side group is hydrogen. So left hand side group will come above the plane. I hope you have understood. This vertically upward group will remain as it is. This vertically lower group, that is suppose on the left hand side. So you have to see the left hand side group in the molecule. This left hand side group in the molecule will go to the above the plane, and right hand side group molecule will go to the below the plane. So this is the way how we can convert a Fisher structure to flying wave structure. Now I am showing you how to convert flying waves to Fisher, the opposite one. Flying waves to Fisher. Suppose I have the same molecule, this is CH3COOH and OH and hydrogen. So this is our flying waves molecule. This flying waves molecule we have to convert it to Fisher. Now do the similar way. You write down this group as it is. This group is on the plane, so this group should come now here, CH3. Now you see this, in this structure, this molecule is on the right hand side of your of you. So the above the plane group should come to the right hand side, and below the group should come to the left hand side. So this is the way we are repeating that same thing. That means when we converted to Fisher to flyways, we have done the similar way. So you have to follow the same thing in opposite way. That means that if the lower vertical column is on the right hand side in the structure, then you have to write down the above the plane to the right hand side. Okay, so what if we have the opposite structure? Suppose if we have this molecule COOH, now CH3 is on this side and this is hydrogen and this is OH. Now how to convert it? Again we will write down this one and CH3 will come here. Okay, now you can see that CH3 is on the left hand side. So when it is left hand side, the above the plane group will come on the left hand side. This is the above the plane group and this is below the plane group. So this is how we can convert Fisher to flying ways and flying ways to Fisher. So this is the conversion of structures from one structure to another structure. So I think you have understood. So what are the things that we have done today? That means how we can convert one structure to another structure. And what is the necessity? You will find some problems in exam, in some competitive exams or in your semester exam also. You will find some problems where you will find that convert this structure to this structure, or sometimes in a reaction, suppose you have been asked to find out the product and they will ask you write down that product in Fisher form and give some nomenclature to that. So these things you will find there. Or if the product is in Sohor's form, you have to convert it into Fisher form and then you have to give the nomenclature to it. So these type of things, the questions used to come generally. So that is why this is the need of understanding how to convert one structure to another structure. So this is 5 ways to Fisher. Suppose if you have a big molecule like this, suppose CH3OH, OH, COOH, hydrogen, hydrogen. So this molecule is in Fisher form. So this molecule also we can convert into flying ways. Now how to convert it? Okay, now we can see that this carbon is, suppose this is one carbon, star mark, this is another carbon. These two carbons we have to convert. In this carbon, this COOH group is COOH, this group is, suppose this middle bond is above the, the primary group that is present vertically upward. This is vertically upward. So this one will be the right hand side, COOH. Okay, I think you can understand. This, suppose this molecule, this group, if we think the molecule write down like this, then this portion we have written like this, and this COOH group will come right hand side. And this CH3 group, this is the group that is we have written like this. That is, suppose if you rotate the blackboard, then this one will be upward, so it will be on the left hand side. So CH3. Okay, so now CH3 has left hand side hydrogen, so this one will be the above the plane group, and this one OH will be on the left hand side, below the plane group. And in case of this molecule, this is the top group that is present, and this is on the right hand side. So right hand side group will come above the plane, and left hand side group will come below the plane. So this is how one molecule where two chiral carbons are there. That means two carbons which have in 4 different groups. This type of molecule where you have a carbon and 4 different groups are there. These all the different colored groups. So this is another group. If we totally all these 4 groups we can take as one group, and that means if we think about this carbon only, you have 4 different groups. One group is this one, and the other 3 groups are this one. So these type of carbons are called chiral carbons. So chiral carbon, if we have two chiral carbons, we can convert the structure like this. Okay. So thank you for watching this